You think you know Liverpool Football Club? Think again. 130 years of history, and these secrets have been hiding in plain sight. Stay until fact #5. Even the most die-hard Reds won't see this one coming. If you're new here, hit subscribe. In 1884, Anfield wasn't Liverpool's ground, it was Everton's. The Blues called it home for 7 years. Then came a rent dispute with the stadium's owner, John Houlding. Everton said enough and marched off to build Goodison Park. Houlding was left with an empty stadium and no team. So what did Houlding do? He went to Scotland, signed 13 players, and created an entirely new football club just to fill his empty ground. That club? Liverpool FC. And here's the kicker. Liverpool's original kit wasn't red. It was blue and white. They wore the leftover Everton colors. The Reds wore blue. Coming up, Liverpool changed the entire world of football broadcasting, and nobody talks about it. August 22nd, 1964. BBC 2 flicks on a brand new program. Its first ever broadcast is a football match. Liverpool versus Arsenal at Anfield. That was the very first episode of Match of the Day, now the longest-running football TV show in history, watched in over 70 countries. It all started at Anfield. 5 years later, Liverpool made history again. Their 1969 match against West Ham became the first football game ever broadcast in color on British TV. One club, two broadcasting firsts. Liverpool didn't just make history on the pitch, they changed what football looks like on your screen. Up next, a secret so dark it was buried for decades, and both Liverpool and Manchester United are guilty. April 2nd, 1915. The world is at war. Football is still being played, and something deeply corrupt is happening at Old Trafford. Liverpool and Manchester United players conspired to fix the result of their league match, agreeing that United would win 2-0. A suspicious betting pattern tipped off authorities. 4 Liverpool players and 3 Manchester United players were banned for life. It remains the most significant match-fixing scandal in English football history. One of the banned players was later pardoned because he was serving on the front lines of World War I. Football, war, and corruption, all colliding in a single moment of history. Before we get to the #1 fact, Liverpool quietly made commercial history in a way that changed football finance forever. Today, Premier League shirt sponsorships are worth hundreds of millions. But someone had to be first. In 1979, Liverpool became the first professional English club to put a sponsor's logo on their shirt. Their partner? Hitachi, the Japanese electronics giant. At the time, it was considered revolutionary. Some clubs thought it was sacrilegious. Liverpool didn't care. They led the way. Every club you see with a sponsor on their chest today, Standard Chartered, AIA, Adidas, it can all be traced back to one decision at Anfield in 1979. Brace yourself. Fact #5 is the one that's going to make you message someone right now. Behind one of the most dominant dynasties in football history was not a supercomputer, not a sports science lab, not a billionaire owner. It was a tiny room full of boots. Liverpool's legendary boot room at Anfield was where managers and coaches gathered after every match, home and away managers included, to share whiskey and talk football. It was informal. It was unglamorous. And it produced an unbroken chain of managerial genius spanning 20 years. Shankly built it. Paisley perfected it, winning 3 European Cups. Fagan won the European Cup in his very first season. Then Dalglish won the double. 4 managers from the same boot room. 0 drop-in standards. No club in history has done it like this. And here's the heartbreaking postscript. In 1993, the boot room was demolished to make way for a media facility. No ceremony, no preservation. The room that built a dynasty was erased overnight. But its legacy lives on, in the culture, in the trophies, and in the belief that great teams are built not by money alone, but by people who care enough to stay in the room. 5 facts. 130 years of secrets. Which one blew your mind the most? Drop a comment right now. Which of these did you already know? I bet it's less than 2. Prove me wrong. If you want more untold stories from the world of football, Stories that the mainstream won't tell you. Subscribe and hit the bell. New video every week. And before you go, watch this video next.